Now, today we are going to discuss the RDMS class, RDMS class, and the RDMS is the most important question for final exams. That is, explain the functions and roles of data administrator. So, data administrator is a post where the data managing all the activities and all the things under the data administrators. So, under that only it's the most important answer, that is DBA. DBA in the sense database administrator. So, under that the main functions of DBA we will discuss now. Data administrator is another components of database of DBA can be divided as a person who undertakes the overall management. So, they are going to undertake all the management of data redundancy within an organization. Within an organization means in an organization all the people are combined together and make one particular data, and with the help of that data only they are worked on. So, other this is also carried out to the discussion of physical database and manages the technical issues of data environment. So, data we are maintaining the data under the systems means we have to face some technical issues also. So, that we need to be phased out, because of without technical issues we cannot maintain the complete database. So, this all are comes under the data administrator can manage all the things. So, under that first major functions of DBA. Functions of DBA. DBA in the sense database administrator. And the most important point is conceptual schema. Conceptual schema means DBA, database administrator, identify the entire importance of the organization. They are going to entirely maintain the organization, and data is to be stored entirely. This is called as conceptual database design. So, this is under this also it comes under data conceptual database design. CONCEPTUAL, conceptual database design. So, this is also a database design. This comes under the conceptual schema, and DBA is listening to the conceptual DDL statements to design the conceptual schemas. So, DDL is also to support to the conceptual schemas. Now, next one is an internal schema. Internal schema in the sense internal organizations can maintain the intellectual schema. Once data is stored in the identifying DBA process. DBA process means where we have to do the process, and that process comes under DBA process. This should be designed how to store the data, and physical storage is defined by using the internal DDL statements. Internal DDL statements are also implemented, and the DBA is providing the internal schema. Internal schema is also maintained by DBA. And next most important point is modifying the schema of DBA database. So, modify, how we are going to modify the database. Nowadays we are going to modify all the technical items and all. So, they are maintaining the DBA modifications also. So, DBA assisting the level of authority to access the information strongly. System structure it is responsible for DBA is to control the flow of data. They are going to maintain the flow of data, and they are going to control the data, and this data must be regular against the authorized use. Means without authorizing you cannot use the data. So, it also comes under modification of schema database. So, under that only we have most important point is authorizing the users. Now, after authorizing the data, communication with the users. Sir, without confirmation of user we cannot maintain any data. So, user is also most important thing. So, without user we cannot maintain the data. So, now we are communicating. DBA, database administrator is communicating with the users, and encouraging the data is regularly available to the users to define the data. External schema used to the external DDL. DDL in the sense, what do you know about DDL? DDL is database. So, DDL language also going to maintain the data redundancies. Now, next one is an fifth point, regular maintenance. So, data means what? We are going to maintain regularly on the regular basis. Example, accounts. Accounts people can maintain the regular data. How much the purchase on that some day and what the sales on that day. They are going to maintain a particular record. The record is comes under the record is created as a day book. So like that, how they are going to maintain in the day book, like that only the same thing is going to be repeated at the data redundancy and regular maintenance. Regular maintenance of data is also comes under the data following. And next, after that, monitoring performance. Monitoring performance we have to monitoring, because of all the employees cannot play an important role, as some employees can acting as employee but they are not working in an organization. So that should also be maintained under DBA. DBA is going to maintain such data. DBA is made to change like turning off, recognizing, so that providing the high performance. So they are going to maintain the high performance also. Under that, next one is an availability of free space. So whenever we are going to enter into the data, we have to observe that either free space is there or not. Without free space, we cannot run the organization, and without the space, we cannot store the data. So we are observing the space also. Wherever the space is available, DBA is checked off available of free space is suffered for pursuing or not. If it is not suffering, the DBA is upgraded this. So if it's not available, they are going to upgrade the space. Example, RAM. RAM we have 1 GB. Otherwise 1 GB is fulfilled means immediately one more slot is available in the CPU. So they are going to maintain one more memory card. Otherwise the hard disk is going to fill up. So immediately we have to maintain the external hard disk. With the help of external hard disk, we are going to store more and more data. So availability of the space is also going to play an important role under database. Next is then regular backup. So we have to maintain the regular backups also. Without maintaining our regular backup, how we are going to maintain the records? We cannot maintain the records, because of if the person will come and they ask the data of March. Without records, how we are going to produce the data? We cannot produce the data. So immediately you can have see all the things, and regular backup we have to maintain. With the help of regular backup only, you have to maintain the records in a proper manner. It may be caused the human actor. Sometimes human get forward. So and hardware failures are going to be contained. These all are comes under the regular backups. So this is the functions of role of data. So now, sir, students, managerial role of DBA. What is the managerial role of DBA? So sometimes they'll ask, this is a separate question for what is the managerial role of DBA. DBA managerial roles we are going to discuss now. Now, first one is what is managerial role? Managerial role of DBA is a planned organization tested to the monitor and deliver the following DBA services. These all are the managing to the services which is provided by the DBA. End users to the support. End users to the support. DBA is providing the following data and information is supported to the service to the respective of dependent of an organization as soon as internal data end users. First one is controlling user requirements. Sir, first of all, what we need, what is the user requirement that we need to be fulfilled. So it's the most important of DBA, function of DBA, and providing the solutions to the information needed. Whatever the information they need, we need to provide the solution for that. And third point, resolve the problems. Have to be confusions and problems. We have to resolve it. And third one, developing user confidence. Developing of user confidence. Sometimes without confidence also they are going to move, but they cannot run the business properly. If we build up the confidence, definitely they can build up the business. As well as, like I told you, the data is also going to maintain the same thing. And existing of quality of data applications. Data applications are also going to maintain. And policies of process of standards. How we are going to maintain the standards of policies. DBA, database administrator, define the various policies, procedures and understanding to before requirement or gathering phases. How they are going to phase the gatherings. And policies are standards that is used to support to the directions of DBA goals. What's the main goals of DBA that we need to be follow? DBA goal is to maintain the data properly and maintain the data clarity and process to retain the information that specifically steps. What are the following? performance to the actually, and standards which are designed by the minimum requirements. Whatever the minimum requirements are there, that we need to be fulfilled. It's the main policy of DBA. Next one is the data security. So without security we cannot maintain the data. So database administrator provide the security to maintain such as internal security and multiple sites data and calculations to encourage security over the various sticks and authorized access. These all are comes under the securities of data. Next one is an data backup and recovery. Already we discussed in the last point. Regular backup. The same thing is going to be repeated on here. Data backup and recovery. How we are going to back up the data. Many of the DBA depends upon the creation of position called as database security officer, DSO. DSO are going to maintain the data security officers. We are going to assign the post as DSO. DSO is data security officer, and back up the recovery data and recording the data and using the organization in case of data losses. And it can be created certain period of multiple backup of symbols and data. Next one is at fifth point. What is data distribution and users? How we are going to distribute the data? Data is can be distributed authorized persons time with the correct format. Without correct format we cannot distribute the data. And last and final, technical roles. So database management and database administrator are also having some technical roles. What are the technical rules? The technical rules of DBA are to select the evaluation and install the DBA its utilities. Its utilities mean they are regular bugs, they are going to utilize that and they are going to maintain the DBA. And design to improve the database and applications, they are going to maintain the applications also. The test of evaluation, database applications and operations of applications, DBA and utility. To done the support of users. Obviously, the main aim of DBA is to support the users and to maintain the applications of DBA and utilities. So this is the most important for 10 marks answer for final exams. What is the explain the major functions of database administrator.